Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar. AnimeUproar. I believe that is the name. And welcome to another episode of Rant Café. In this one, we're going to be talking about Netflix and whether Netflix is helping or hurting the anime industry. Now, we know that Netflix has had a mixed track record when it comes to anime-related properties. Everything from the Death Note live-action adaptation to Devilman Crybaby, to Neo Yokio, to simulcasting some anime like Violet Evergarden, and not simulcasting others like Seven Deadly Sins or Kakegurui or my Little Witch Academia, or falsely claiming to have season 2 of Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix when it wasn't even in existence. So yes, lots of stuff to talk about today about Netflix. It's gonna be fun. And joining us today, we have, for the first time ever, awesome YouTuber guy, Mudan TV.
Hey guys, Thomas here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. His link is in the description to his channel. Be sure to check it out, especially his series Weeb Wars. It's top-notch stuff. And also the other guys here, their links are in the description as well. Joining us today again is Nawagara.
Hello.
A fellow massive Darling in the Franxx fan.
Yes.
I always appreciate that. We're going to take over, baby. Darling in the Franxx. Let's do it.
Yeah, we are. Oh, my God.
Let's do it. And we got Anime Recon, a.k.a. Anime Get Your Freecon, Harem Dude. What's up, bro?
What up, my boys?
Nice.
That's about it.
Woo.
No, I always appreciate when he gets into it. I just want to take a minute and just nice. But yeah, so if you guys might have heard previously that Netflix is investing a lot of money into anime in the coming years. So they're going to be putting a lot of money in, having more original Netflix productions. Devilman Crybaby came out in January and was a very successful, critically acclaimed adaptation. I saw it myself and I enjoyed it very much. So they've done some good things. They're going to be doing more things for anime for sure. And Netflix is a huge and growing platform. They have great international shows. Personally, I love to watch their international shows that I wouldn't get elsewhere. So they're a huge company. They're a big deal. They're only getting bigger, in my opinion, as traditional TV dies down. And they're definitely investing in anime, but there are issues with their approach to anime. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before I get started, Mudan, I want to hear from you if you have any initial thoughts, because you're the first guy. And I'm going to guess, by the way, that you are from Estonia.
Yeah, that's true. Why did you know that?
How did you know
So
that?
mysterious.
You just saw an Estonian face, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that's pretty
I'm
impressive.
kidding. I stalk everyone before they come on Rant Café for the first time, and I go through their trash. And no, the truth is, I was wondering where you're from, and when I was watching your previous video, I saw the name of a hotel or something in it because you were walking down the street, and I Googled this and I saw that it was in Estonia. So there you go.
God damn. You know, because I have written everywhere that I'm from Finland.
That's cool though, because I don't think we've ever had an Estonian here. We have Canadians, Americans, people from the UK mostly, but we got a Estonian. That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
I am British. That's the good thing.
Wait, you've watched all of our videos? Like everybody in this group right now?
Oh, what?
You've watched all of our videos? Like everybody in this group right now, you've watched some of our videos?
No, I have people to do that, and then they tell me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
thank
I
God.
watched all of your videos. Some of your videos.
No, don't do that.
But yeah, Mudan,
Do that.
scared you that I'm a stalker. Thoughts on Netflix.
You stalks everyone.
Oh, that's
He's
fine.
like, I got people.
And the reason I bring it up is because as someone who is outside of the big Canada, America, UK sphere, I'm guessing your Netflix is way different than ours because I know every country has different stuff. So I wonder how you experience Netflix over there. Are your choices much more limited?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, for the stuff that isn't here, I use some other sources, so I still kind of get to enjoy it.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, everyone does, right? But that's the thing. That's the interesting thing because, for example, let's talk about Netflix simulcast. This is the big thing. Crunchyroll is great because they simulcast everything. And do you have Crunchyroll in your country, Mudan?
No,
Well, you guys don't have it.
no. I
So I'm
have to
guessing you
use
use
VPN.
the illegal sites to watch anime, like more.
Yeah,
probably Go anime.
you have to be like a hacker to watch.
They probably have something over there, you know what I mean? Like how we kind of have like our own kind of different sites for anime, you know what I mean? They probably have their own specific sites if they want to pay for anime.
To be honest, majority of the people don't even pay for anime. They just go on like Go Anime or shit like that. and watch
No, yeah, the
it.
problem is like in smaller countries, because I'm originally from Serbia, as you guys know. And in Serbia, we don't necessarily like there is a Netflix Serbia, but it's much more limited and stuff. And we don't have, I don't know, I'm sure Estonia probably is in the same situation. We don't have like a big company that can get licensing to like Japanese stuff. So usually we're just stuck learning English and then having to watch in English.
I think that's so
Okay.
stupid that they give you guys that are limited in other countries because considering that you figured out a platform to where all currencies can pay, you figured you would offer the whole entire platform to everyone. It's so stupid.
No, yeah, like a lot more needs to change, and I think it will change for the better. But right now, there's a lot to talk about, and that's why Netflix is a big thing because Netflix is such a huge company. So Crunchyroll is a much smaller company than Netflix, and they don't actually produce their own shows. Like they don't go to a Japanese studio and be like, "We will make this partly. We're going to finance this partly."
They just get the license to stream.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But you pay for Crunchyroll, and then a portion of those profits does actually go to the anime industry, which is really good. However, the problem with Netflix, they have a lot more money. They actually do Netflix originals, meaning that they partially fund or take part in the production of anime, which is good. However, then we get into a situation where new anime is airing, and if Netflix owns it outside of Japan, you can't watch it until like 6 months after it's done airing, when Netflix decides to just put it all at the same time on Netflix, which in our anime watching culture, we like to watch as it comes out weekly. So a lot of people miss out on these anime, like Seven Deadly Sins Season 2 right now, big hype. However, I feel like the hype would be much bigger if people knew that it was officially out, that Season 2 was out on Netflix. Now, of course, hardcore fans will find a way to watch, right? However, I feel like most casual fans who like Seven Deadly Sins or watch the first season on Netflix, they don't even know Season 2 is out until they see it on Netflix or on Crunchyroll or something. So if you have a situation where Netflix owns it, but they don't air it, I feel like that reduces the hype and the interest in the anime not because people don't want to watch it, but because a lot of people are just not aware that it's out there. So what do you guys think about that?
So are they still doing that with shows right now?
Yes.
Like Seven
Yes.
Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
So right now for this season, for example, Violet Evergarden is a winter 2018 anime that's coming out. It's a Netflix anime, and they are airing it weekly, so simulcasting it each week. And they've done that for other shows, like Western shows as well, right? So I've seen it done, so they definitely do it. However, Seven Deadly Sins, also a Netflix original anime. Season 2 is airing right now. They're not showing it on Netflix. So there's no legal way for anyone to watch Seven Deadly Sins Season 2. So it's like they're not consistent, which is weird, and it sucks because Violet Evergarden is an interesting new anime. However, Seven Deadly Sins, it's a Season 2. It's highly anticipated. There is more hype. So financially, it would make more sense for them to simulcast that one. So I don't know what's happening there.
Well, maybe they don't care that much about the anime industry right now.
I
Because
think-
No, they do. They are a part of it, but it's just they do give a lot of false information
that's true.
to mislead people.
Do they actually gain that much money from the anime watchers with their license?
Yes, they do.
You
They
have
do a
to-
lot.
You also kind of have to look back on the past and ask yourself, what was Crunchyroll like when it first started? Why was Anime Strike so hard to branch up off of the ground? And I think that all comes down to they're testing the waters right now, but no, they don't really care about the anime. You know what I mean? But this is also a really, really good thought. Like there are a lot of people out there now that didn't even know about anime, and because it was presented to them on Netflix, now they kind of have a grasp of idea what anime is now. So I also think that's a good thing as well. But Netflix is more focused on Netflix original series, like where they have to hire actors and they're coming into the Netflix corporation and they're making their own original series versus trying to get the rights to your favorite anime series. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're kind of more focused on. But this is something new that they're trying to approach, you know. So this is all still new.
Yeah, and that's the weird part for me. It's a conflicted situation because on the one hand, Netflix is a huge platform, and through Netflix, a lot of people are learning about anime. Like I know people who watch like Seven Deadly Sins stuff from Netflix. They don't really watch anime, and that's how they got into anime. So I think that's a great positive. And yet, on the other hand, it does seem like they don't have someone at Netflix telling them, who knows anime, telling them how to do things. And by the way, one issue is people in the chat, and welcome to everyone in the chat, by the way. They're talking about the concept of different countries having different shows and not having the rights to other shows, which is also stupid. Like I think Netflix should be consistent across its platforms. So if one show is available in one country, it should be available in every Netflix country. They should figure out a way to do that. It's 2018, like technology, it's everywhere. People are watching it anyway. Figure out a way to bring it to them legally so they can actually pay money to watch it. And Caster for Life is wondering about Netflix Australia. So if anyone's from Australia, please let him know where Lelouch is and also what kind of Netflix you guys have over there. But yeah, so one interesting example that I talked about last year with Seven Deadly Sins. So Seven Deadly Sins had this TV special, or OVA, but it's technically a TV special of 4 episodes, which they aired in Japan last year, or even the year before that. And it was just like a filler sort of thing to keep people interested until season 2 came out. However, Netflix promoted this TV special of 4 episodes as season 2 of the Seven Deadly Sins on their website, in their press releases, and then it was labeled as season 2 when it came out. And there was a lot of confusion because of that. And obviously, this is not a season 2. Season 2 is airing right now. And yet someone at Netflix decided to mislabel this. And this is obviously, if there's someone who's a Seven Deadly Sins fan, and for that month they paid for their membership because they wanted to watch season 2 of Seven Deadly Sins and realized it wasn't a season 2, that really sucks for them. So this is it's a very shady thing to do, in my opinion. So either Netflix doesn't have anyone who really knows anime and understands it working for them, or they were deliberately trying to trick people. But it's definitely true that they care about anime. Rikan, you asked, like, do they really care? They do, because they're investing a lot of money in anime. They're investing a lot of money.
The problem is they wanna go into the anime industry because they want to compete. Like when Crunchyroll first started, they were super successful, starting from a small company, growing slightly, and then other companies decided they're like, hey, we want to have a chance as well. We want to join into the anime community and start streaming anime. So here we have Netflix and Anime Strike, and then
Funimation.
And then Anime Strike went down, which is good, but there's still Netflix. So like many companies are competing against each other to make the most out of it.
But this is the thing too, is that this is still like like I was saying before, like this is new, and like that one thing of releasing a statement saying, hey, that we have the second season, they're probably stating, yeah, we have the rights to second season, but we can't fully upload it and give it to you until, of course, they probably didn't present it that well in their little fucking PR stunt that they probably did when they said whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, it was probably more of the side of statement, like, we have the rights to this stuff, but you know how Netflix works. We give you the whole entire series when it's finished, or a couple weeks after it's all finished, because they present it to you in HD, and then they're, the finalized rights and stuff like that. But Netflix is more focused on their own stuff because that's what they make the most money off of, because they don't have to give a cut to the anime industry like that Yokio and like other series that are actually made in America or made by Netflix people, so they can actually present it themselves rather than having to split the rights with an anime industry.
But the thing is, like, yeah, if that was the case, if Netflix always said, listen, we wait until the season is over to post it, that's the way we do things, we could disagree with it, but accept it. But it's not even consistent because, like I said, I know Western TV shows often get posted weekly, like The 100, if anyone knows that show. When when a new season comes out, they post it weekly. Same thing with now Violet Evergarden. They're posting it weekly. So
Netflix posted weekly.
But they consistently...
No, they didn't post weekly before. We had to rely on fan subs, which was terrible most times running the show.
Okay, but 98% of the time, I'm pretty sure it's 100% of the time, Netflix has always been the site that will upload the whole entire series at once, correct?
They didn't do that
No,
for
only-
My Little Witch Academia.
They didn't do that. They actually gave
No,
it to you
they
weekly.
completely waited for it to end, and we had to rely on fan subs and shit like that.
So you had to wait until it ends. That's the whole entire thing. Is we know that's the thing. Is we know, all of us know, like even people that are signed up with Netflix, we know that we are not going to get it until all of the series is done. Sometimes it might
true.
take a month or two for them to pop up on their site, but eventually it's going to, and it's going to be HD.
No,
That
but
is
I'm telling you
true.
that's not consistent. Netflix doesn't do that consistently. They
Yeah.
do it for certain shows, but not for others. So then I'm wondering if you're capable of doing simulcasting, because you do it for other shows, why not just do it for other anime as well, like the Seven Deadly Sins? It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't
Because
think they care then.
I understand like Devilman Crybaby was produced by Netflix. It was a Netflix original. So it wasn't airing on Japanese TV. And same thing like with House of Cards and other shows that are Netflix. They're not airing anywhere else. They premiere on Netflix, and Netflix chooses to post them all at the same time because they like to get that binge watching going, which I understand. But when it's not a Netflix show, it's a partnered show like Seven Deadly Sins, but it's still airing on Japanese TV. Why not do it weekly like Violet Evergarden? That's what I don't understand. And then because they're missing out on anime fans who might get a Netflix membership to watch it, but now they're just gonna go to illegal websites because that's what they know, and they want to watch a show. They don't want to wait, so they're gonna do it. And like,
Yeah.
I don't believe in criticizing everyone who uses pirated websites because there's no point in criticizing. People are gonna use it no matter what you say. So you should strive as much as possible, if you're a big company like Netflix or Crunchyroll, to provide people a legal way to do it so that they can support the industry, but still enjoy it and have that experience like other anime fans, including those in Japan. Muda, my friend. Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it pays off in the long run, because the people who are actually using Netflix and watching anime, you said they love to binge watch. So maybe if it's like simulcast and they see 2 episodes, they're inclined to stop and not come back. But if it's out like all at once, they will just watch the whole series and maybe move on to the next one. So the point is, like, in the long run, is it actually better or worse?
It is worse. That's possibly what I think, because if Netflix keeps the anime back and just wait for it to fully get finished and then people binge watch it, they're not really going to make the most out of it, because people are just going to go onto illegal sites. So many people who follow weekly anime, they cannot wait. Like they want to continue on watching it.
But
so
that you're talking about the anime fans right now. But the thing is, most of their community.
I'm talking about the anime fans combined with Netflix, because Netflix will not make that much money.
Yeah, but
if they keep it all the way.
But the majority of Netflix fans aren't anime fans.
That's true.
So it would be better for them to like binge watch it, because they won't care if a show is like 2 episodes done. They're not gonna watch it probably.
That's what I'm trying to say too, is like, I don't think Netflix is at that position right now where they actually do care enough. You know what I mean?
Well,
they are going to go
like
slow.
they're testing it out with some shows, and with others they're like trying to see which works better.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. And again, remember, Netflix gets their money from monthly subscriptions. So they're not getting their money based on how much you're binge watching a show if you're already subscribed. But they could increase their revenue if they reach out to anime fans who are looking for a way to watch anime legally, and they tell them, listen, we're going to simulcast like Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has a good, successful model with simulcasting. So I think Netflix could easily branch out into that. And they are doing it with some shows like Violet Evergarden already. So they have the capacity. It's possible. So why not just do it across the board? That's what I don't understand. And again, some people in the chat are saying, and you guys kind of alluded to this, well, most Netflix fans or Netflix users are not anime fans. But Netflix is investing billions of dollars into anime. I think over $1 billion into anime. So clearly they know anime is profitable. They're putting a lot of money into it. So it's like Netflix, we don't need to convince them that anime is important. They know. But they just need to change up their policies.
Okay, I think...
One second. Unknown Otaku donates $5 to say piracy only actually hurts streaming services. Ironically, piracy actually helps anime. Well, I don't know about that. How would piracy help anime?
for the marketing wise. He's saying like because there's a lot of people who can't afford it, and when you're pirating it out or streaming it on something like Rabbit or something with your friends, and it's more advertisement for the place because they don't have commercials for it and they don't advertise it over here in other countries. There's a lot of people that feel like that.
I mean, okay, and by the way, thank you for the donation. But I think that the point is Crunchyroll is good because it actually allows you to pay, and part of that goes to the anime industry. So yeah, if you were paying for a service that doesn't actually give anything to the anime industry, then I would screw it, just pirate it. But the point is we're trying to support the anime industry to have more quality anime, to pay the people who do all this work to bring anime to us. So I have 100% support paying to actually, bring anime, to support the anime industry. The problem we have is what happens when there's no legal way to get the anime at all. Then we get into the points so we're not supposed to watch it ever because there's no legal way, or should someone find a legal way? And a huge company like Netflix should be able to do that. By the way, Nawa, you brought up Neo Yokio, not an anime, but an anime-inspired Netflix original. Mudan, my man, how did you feel about Neo Yokio?
It was a cool experience, I'd say. Not the best show, but it was pretty funny at points.
Yeah, to me, I loved the show. I just thought it was hilarious. I thought it was an homage to anime.
Is it new?
A tribute where obviously it's not an anime, but it has all these little tropes and things and ridiculousness that kind of will speak to anime fans. But you can't take it seriously. You can't be like, oh, this is going to be a groundbreaking TV show, because if you look at it that way, you're going to be disappointed. It's just a lighthearted comedy, poking fun at the anime industry, but also paying tribute to the anime industry. Like I said, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I wanted to go back a little bit by what you said before. Netflix, I'm pretty sure, released a statement before. I think I said it in Now We Got a News. I might have an article in there. I'm not sure what hell episode, but I think they only actually invested $80 million into putting anime onto there. And I know $80 million is a lot, but when we're talking about something that did get really big, I mean, Netflix is small, but now it's huge. They are getting A-list actors now for a lot of their original series. They're more focused on that. Like we said that before, they're a lot more focused on their own original series, and they would want to dip their feet into something like that. So, you know what I mean?
Just like Death Note.
80 million is not a lot, especially when you have to kind of break that apart because you're investing your money into another company. You have to pay that people to have the rights for their stuff.
Yeah, well, we would have to double check that info, because I read an article, I think on Crunchyroll News or something, that Netflix was putting $8 billion into their content for the new year, including something along the lines of $1 billion into anime related stuff. So a huge sum of money into anime now.
Now, if it's 8 billion versus million, I thought it was 80 million, but if it's 8 billion, I mean, yeah, they could definitely. I think that goes to not caring. I think then the anime community needs to make more of a louder uproar against Netflix and make them realize what they have on their platform and what they're not using correctly.
And that's why AnimeUproar exists, yo.
AnimeUproar Industries, welcome.
Making that uproar, Nawa.
Yeah, gotta make that. Yeah, get that.
You need to create your industry, man.
You need to start putting hashtag Netflix anime WTF.
No, yeah, I was considering actually making a video, an open letter sort to Netflix, kind of talking about this type of stuff, because I don't think it would cost Netflix much to get someone who understands the anime industry on staff to, at the very least, not mislabel a season 2. At the very least, let alone all the other stuff about simulcasting and so forth. However, I did very much enjoy Neo Yokio, not an anime, but a tribute to anime. I did very much enjoy, again, Devilman Crybaby, which is a Netflix production. So Netflix has done good things in terms of anime. It's just that they've also done some stupid stuff like the Seven Deadly Sins fiasco, and of course, the terrible live-action adaptation of Death Note. Terrible stuff.
Terrible. It wasn't terrible, really. It was.
There was one actor that did a really. You know what's really crazy is, okay, anime fans that have watched this movie, all of them say it's shit. It was awful. didn't go with the story well. But if you take somebody, because I have a couple of friends who hate anime, believe it or not, watch the movie and they said it was an okay movie, but it had a terrible ending.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean the movie is okay, but for the source material, it had so much to work with that it's a disappointment in that sense.
I agree.
By the way, there's a SAO live action. I think Netflix is going to be taking it.
I think you have another
I saw
donation.
some news. I don't know if it's
Cannot
confirmed.
wait, yo.
But apparently, guys, Netflix is producing live action Sword Art Online series.
That is
Yeah,
my
I seen
shit right
that.
there. That is my shit.
That's it. Again, a lot of money is being put into anime related stuff. So that it's interesting. I think if they don't follow the anime and they use the concept, which I love the concept, if they do that and make it like a mature sort of I don't know, like Game of Thrones style thing, I would definitely watch it. Or Stranger Things style thing with Sword Art Online. It could be very good. Just don't make it a cliche harem bullshit like Sword Art Online unfortunately turned into.
They're probably going to do it how they did like with Death Note. Like they're still going to have like the original like tropes into it, but they're going to probably change it a bit. You know what I mean? Like how they did with Death Note.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
and Death Note,
OP.
the movie was way too rushed. So it being a show, apparently, I think is a good thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I don't know how
I'm not gonna
OP
dismiss
the
it.
character's
I'm
gonna
gonna.
be.
I have some hopes for it. And there was also rumors about a Cowboy Bebop show being live action.
That is going to probably be 2019 now. They pushed it back.
Yeah, so we've had rumors about that too. So again, I'll be open-minded for that as well. Unknown Otaku donated another $5. Thank you very much. To say anime's biggest part, the biggest part of the industry is making money through merch. So a lot of the times they don't really care about streaming. They want to push the merch. I mean, it's true. Merch does make a lot of money. And part of that is raising awareness about the anime. But again, a lot of us here, like obviously we have an anime channel. Those of us here on the panel, you guys in the chat watching this right now are anime fans, dedicated anime fans who follow anime YouTubers and so forth. However, I feel like a lot of people who may not be dedicated anime fans yet learn about anime through something like Netflix. So when Netflix has a new season of something, like Seven Deadly Sins, for example, if they were airing the new season of Seven Deadly Sins, they would be advertising it on their platform. New season, Seven Deadly Sins, out now. And a lot more people who maybe don't know about anime would see that, be like, oh, this looks interesting. Let me check this out. And I actually have some friends recently who checked out Seven Deadly Sins, not necessarily anime fans, and enjoyed it. They thought it was really funny and interesting. So the problem is, even in terms of raising awareness so that you can sell that merch later, I feel that Netflix would be better off promoting it and raising the awareness, and also getting people who might like Seven Deadly Sins and want to watch it legally and support the industry to pay for that Netflix membership.
So I would say that Netflix is both harming and at the same time helping the anime community.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing. That's why I wanted to have this discussion, because there seems to be a lot of positive and negative aspects about Netflix. Like, it's a great platform. I watch it all the time. Like I said, I think for international shows, it's really cool. I look at their international section and I see shows that I really enjoy, like Casa de Papel, a Spanish show, and like 3%, a Brazilian show. Some Israeli shows. Like, there's like really cool stuff happening there that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. Dark, that German show, and like I wouldn't have seen them ever on regular TV. Probably wouldn't have come across them on the internet because I don't search actively for international shows. But Netflix makes it easy to check these out. So I definitely appreciate Netflix as a platform. It has a lot of advantages. I just think they need to up their game in terms of anime. But then this is what happens. Let's say Netflix suddenly becomes they're like, yo, bro, we're hiring anime experts. We're going to make this thing happen. We're going to be the place for anime. That's a big problem for something like Crunchyroll and Funimation, because now Netflix is a huge competitor against them. So from their perspective, maybe it's good that Netflix is dropping the ball with these things, because otherwise they're in trouble.
I don't think Netflix. I mean, it's a possibility. Hell yeah, but I think it's gonna be really hard for Netflix to come up with the kind of like plan that Crunchyroll has. They have like direct cuts with actual industry, so they can get it 2 hours later after it airs on their TVs in Japan. So it's going to take Netflix, I think, a long time to get to that point.
No, not really. I mean, Netflix is very much known worldwide.
But they don't care.
Like Animax said at the beginning, it's bigger than Crunchyroll. So if Netflix did come into contact with a company, they would most likely get the license for it.
But they don't care because there's not a lot of money in it. There's more money in making their own original series than buying out the rights to anime.
Yes, but they would also be willing to spend money to do that.
Yeah, that's why I say it's not like it's a complete no possibility. I just feel like it's going to take a while for them to get to that point because they're making such good money right now just off their own original series.
That's true.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know the breakdown of Netflix, right? Like, I don't know how do they even determine, because they go by, like, obviously they can see views, but they go by subscriptions. So I don't know how they determine, like, should we make more Netflix original shows because that's what really gets us our audience, or should we just get more rights from other shows because that's what's going to make us more money? I don't know how they operate, but I do think there's huge potential in Netflix stepping up and saying, here, we're going to help fund Japanese-made anime. Like, so we're not going to take it into our own studio and make something else like Neo Yokio, as fun as that show is. We're going to actually give money to studios. It's going to be affiliated with Netflix, but we're going to let them do their thing, support the anime industry that way. I think that there's a lot of opportunity there, helping the people get paid more and things like that, and encouraging more anime production. And then in that case, if that's what they're doing, they're actually doing it right. They're actually making a big difference in the production. I'm okay with them waiting and then dropping it all at the same time because it's not going to be airing anywhere else. So that's cool. But then where we get into the problem is where they're like, I don't even know what it means for them to say Seven Deadly Sins is a Netflix original if that show is being made and airing in Japan anywhere. Like, does that just mean they own the rights? Does it mean they actually help the production? Like, I'm not even sure what that actually means. Do any of you guys know?
I think they just like to slap their name on everything, so people would think it's theirs.
I know that they're always looking for top rated, and they always want to make their own series the top rated. So when it comes to a show's doing really good, or it's really big, or they see a big buzz about it, they'll do what they can to get the rights for it and try to slap their name on it and then put it on, but they are mostly focused on their own series, though, just because of how big Stranger Things blew up. Now they really are blowing up on their own series.
Yeah, Angu in the chat says he thinks that when they say something is a Netflix original, is they own the international distribution rights outside of Japan. So yeah, I don't know. It might be that, and that's what they're calling it, a Netflix original. Like, I'm wondering what gives them the right to say, as Mudan said, to slap the name on there and say this is a Netflix original. Just that they own the distribution rights?
No, they buy. Yeah, that's what it is. They buy out some of the distribution rights, just like like Amazon Prime did with a lot of their series. And, whatever cut that they would make for that series, they distribute it between them and the company itself. And then that's how they do it. And then they get to slap their name on it and say, this is a Netflix original.
Yeah. And for example, I saw just recently Kakegurui was finally posted to Netflix. But remember when people were talking about Kakegurui, like last summer? Like that's when Kakegurui was interesting, at least in our online community, right? So in that sense, Netflix is definitely not taking advantage of the hype of someone hearing about Kakegurui, be like, yo, this looks like a crazy freaking show. How do I watch it? Oh, Netflix, better renew my membership. They're not benefiting from something like that, which they could be if they just do, if they just did what they already do for so many other shows and simulcast it.
But then again, are they maybe prolonging the hype for the show? Because like seasonal anime are dying out after each season, no matter the hype, but now they're kind of like prolonging their life, so people still talk about Kakegurui.
That could be a thing as well. Just that's like word of mouth marketing.
Yeah, but I don't think that's how it works. Just from like having a channel where I can see views, I know that, and like I have an international audience like Netflix does, right? And I know that when an anime is just coming out and it's hype, there's a lot of hype to it, the views are going to be much higher than 6 months later. if I'm making something about that anime. So I would assume that hype translates to also something like Netflix.
Sorry.
Yeah, just kind of like thinking that it would be more profitable for them to ride that hype rather than wait for the hype to die down and then post something on there.
There's a reason why Netflix takes a year to release Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black, and like the really popular major series. And it's because they know if they wait that full year, it not only gives them more time to do the directing and stuff like that, but it also they ride the hype really hard. Netflix has been known to do that. And it gives them more people, because there's so many people that's like on the bench right now for Stranger Things. They're going crazy and they're willing to ride that wave of hype for a year, and they do it every single year.
No, yeah, that's true. But again, I don't think we can compare something as hyped up as Stranger Things or other Orange is the New Black. I don't think we can compare that to anime, where we still need to be raising awareness about it. So, I don't think there's that many people on Netflix who are willing to wait when they know that they can easily just watch it on an illegal website. Like, you can't watch season 3 of Stranger Things on an illegal website right now. And that's the difference. So if you can do that, why not just if you can actually do that, why not do it, make it available for people to watch it now, other than going on illegal websites and watching it. And then once it's done and you've already watched it on an illegal website, what if you're just an anime fan and you don't care about other things on Netflix, what gives you the incentive to then be a loyal Netflix subscriber?
I think it's the whole entire thing of them not caring, and I think you're right. I think it'd be really cool if maybe a lot of the anime-tubers got together and everyone individually kind of made a video, maybe like a statement towards Netflix, and kind of raise awareness in the community that we are interested in it and we do want it, and they'll possibly maybe hear the public cry, and maybe, you know what I mean? Because companies have been known to do that. When you get enough of a public cry, they've been known to be like, okay, the public wants this. Let's give them what they want, you know?
Yeah, like I wonder, but it makes me think the stupid stuff like mislabeling a season, that just makes me think that maybe they don't have anyone working at Netflix that knows anime well enough.
They probably don't.
Stupid if they're investing a ton of money in it, right? Like, it would be crazy.
We're Americans. We don't know that much about the Japanese cartoons, but we like them.
Hey, you're from Ohio, okay? Jake Paul is from Ohio, so.
Hey, man, he's from frickin' Cincinnati. I'm like by Michigan. I'm by like Canada. I'm only 8 hours away from you.
Nawa, you don't speak for Americans. You're where the Pauls come from, okay?
No, I'm not. He's Cincinnati. He's where Markiplier came from, not me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's all Ohio to me. By the way,
it's still Ohio.
Unknown Otaku donated another $5 to say that I missed his other super chat. I guess I missed another super chat. I apologize. It's hard to kind of keep the conversation and also keep an eye on the chat. He says the new SAO live action is supposed to be a side story, not following the main story. So I'm not sure about that, but I'm curious to see how they do it, because, like I said, it's a really cool setup. I love the first season of SAO. I thought it was a cool setup. So I think you can do a lot with it. But I don't want them to follow the anime exactly. I do want them to do something unique. So if it's a side story, that could be a very cool thing. And also, if they try to follow the anime exactly, they're not going to follow it exactly. You can't do it because it's just two different mediums.
He's
so
right.
People like
what if it's not going to? What if it's not going to have the actual characters that we want? What if? It's
No, he's right. He's totally right. They're going to be doing. It says that they're not. They came out with an article recently saying that they're not going to whitewash Asian characters, and that it is going to be a side story, not focused mainly heavily on the actual. It's a side story. He's right.
So it's going to have new characters. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. I think that they're just saying that they're going to hire Asian characters. They're going to not be. Yeah.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, if they try to follow the anime exactly, then someone like Recon would get butthurt and be like, but they didn't do this because this should have been like that. So, like,
exactly, that is how they should do it.
No, you would hate it. You would be like, oh, but this was wrong.
Dude, if that were the case, I would be screaming and crying about every single Marvel movie that ever came out. But you got to sit there and enjoy it for what it is.
I wouldn't really be too happy if they changed so many stuff and like, what the fuck is this? That's not how it's supposed to go. Why is this happening? They need to follow the original.
They can't. You. Too
And
much time
it's
is
probably
put
not going to
in.
be good.
And if you try to do it exactly like it, the people that don't even know about the story and that aren't even interested in it won't watch the movie. And it's the point. We're trying to get people to watch the movie, not make you guys feel nostalgia. You know what I mean?
Wasn't the
Yeah,
first
and
season also kind of full of tropes? And as far as I know, anime tropes don't usually translate well into real life.
For what
Well,
one?
we'll have to find out on the next episode of Weebors. Anime IRL, that's the new game that I saw it. I saw it, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who plays it actually.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Got to do the Naruto run in the middle of like a wedding or something.
Oh God. No.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. But no, so Recon, interesting point about following the original, because if you look at the Netflix movie of Death Note, like the Death Note adaptation, I would have liked it more if they just had different characters, not stick to Ellen Light, just do different characters, have the concept of the Death Note, and do different characters. Because the way they did it, they had the same characters, but they had to like condense the story into one movie, so the characters were acting completely different from the way they do in the anime. And so an anime fan is like, this is ridiculous. Like this isn't Light and L. This is not what I remember. So people are gonna be disappointed. Whereas if they just named them differently and they were different characters in a different situation, like Death Notes exist, right? Like in that world. So Light got one Death Note, someone else got another Death Note in the States, and that guy's name is Jack.
But I'm
Strap,
pretty
whatever.
sure that just
And
names
Jack-
a lot of people.
And Jack is a different person, so we don't expect the same things from Light as him. And Jack has a different interaction with his family, whatever. So I feel like that would be better. It's like Death Note, but a different part of the Death Note world, a side story,
They made Kira a little bitch.
Of course. But the
But
point
that
is,
was
it's
that
not
was the point of like making it more lifelike, though, because in all honesty, if an average kid had a Death Note, we would be screaming and freaking the hell out. If we seen freaking Ryuk, we would scream and freak out. We wouldn't be like, "Oh, I was waiting for you." No, we wouldn't be doing that.
that was some really good voice acting right there.
Well, but it's like we would just, I eat a chip. Like, we're not gonna do that in the movie. We're gonna
Can
make
you
this
sign
more
up for an
lifelike.
audition, please, and start
No.
voice acting?
And you signed up for an audition. What a generic statement. Like, what audition do you want?
I don't know. It's just let her voice act on something.
I would love
She might be good on
Neo
dubbing.
Yokio season 2. I would just anybody in Neo Yokio.
I wonder if they're actually gonna make Neo Yokio season 2, because the first one I think did pretty well, like view-wise.
Yeah, I have no idea. See, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to see, like, if Netflix, like, if shows are getting a lot of views or not, but I have no idea which shows on Netflix are popular, other than the tab that says trending on Netflix or popular on Netflix, right? So it's not like with TV shows where they say, oh, last week we got 2 million views on this, right? With Netflix, it's like you're just guessing, like, which shows are being the most profitable, and you're hoping yours are the ones you like are gonna get another season. Anything else that we need to discuss in terms of Netflix, in your guys' opinion?
That they're shit.
I believe that it's still new. I think that all of this is still new and still fresh to them, and I feel that maybe if there was a bigger public outcry, maybe just a way for the company to realize that it is a big market for them to dip in. But right, like I said, I just think they're more focused on their own original series, and at this moment in time, it's not, you know what I mean, not as profitable as what their original series are.
Yeah, I agree. They're still growing. Like last year, they published 4 or 2 original anime, but now they're saying that they're working on 30 new series.
Yeah, it's still new, it's still fresh, it's still growing. They're gonna have a couple bumps in the road where they're gonna tell you that some series are ready, but they're not for a couple of months because it's still new and growing, and they probably don't even realize how big it is yet.
Yeah, and I like that idea of having, them investing in more anime original series. And if it's an anime original series for Netflix, and it's not going to be airing on TV somewhere else, and they just drop it on Netflix, that's cool with me. I'm fine with that. And yeah, like someone mentioned in the chat earlier, like they had Blame and Godzilla and other anime cool things that might not have been made without Netflix support. Devilman Crybaby as well. So that's really cool. Again, that's the positive side of Netflix, and I want them to be part of the anime community more. I would just like them to then, if they're going to own distribution rights to certain things, to then also, do that simulcast part right, like Funimation and Crunchyroll do a good job of, I think.
Yeah.
Unknown Otaku's donating again, bro.
Jesus Christ. He's going to be the big spender of...
Can you start donating Bitcoin, please? Then by the end of this discussion, I'll have like 3 times the money you donated.
I think you already I think you already donated like $30.
But thank you, sir. I appreciate your support. Unknown Otaku says that Type Moon should buy Netflix. Type Moon should buy Netflix and do it right. Type Moon can buy their own state with how much they spend on their anime.
There you go.
Imagine an anime company, not Netflix buying an anime company, but an anime company buys Netflix. Just flips it around. Just Netflix goes full weeb.
That'd be awesome.
Since you mentioned the Godzilla anime, I actually did watch it not too long ago, and it was pretty decent. Not great or anything. Did you check it out yet?
I have not, no, because I saw. Isn't that like really CGI and shit?
Yeah, it is CGI. It's decent. It's not that great. I mean, there's definitely a lot of problems in it, but I don't know if anyone here has watched it in the chat.
Yeah, I haven't, because I saw the trailer and I was like, man, this looks really CGI, and I'm not a big fan of CGI stuff. And like, for example, the Overlord anime season 2 is airing right now, and the first season of Overlord had some really cringy CGI. I feel like second season is actually better. They do have some CGI, but I feel like it's more seamless. So I like that. I hope that anime, if they're gonna use CGI, they're gonna move more towards that Overlord 2 style.
Get another donation.
Have you seen the Overlord hentai that was happening?
Oh my god.
The lizard hentai?
Yes, they were having sex. I was laughing so hard.
Man, lizards need love too, bro. Unknown Otaku donating another $5 to say, the reason I can donate is because of Bitcoin. The price went up, making me about $5,000 in a few days. There
He's
you
gonna
go.
assassinate us with
Bitcoin
freaking
millionaire.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin millionaire who likes AnimeUproar, and now he's supporting us. That's awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. We gotta get into more cryptocurrency. Me and Gozen are looking into it, trying to like figure out how to actually invest. We've got a few $100 in it, but we wanna invest more, because it's like, I don't think all those currencies will survive, but in the end, I think there's a lot of potential for cryptocurrency. And then once we become, Unknown Otaku, you're with me, bro. Once we become crypto millionaires, we can buy Netflix and only show anime on there, put hentai on there.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone who's not a weeb, bro.
Good plan for the future, man.
Oh, by the way, also Miles in the chat said that the producer of Code Geass said that the sequel is not too far away. Yeah. They've been saying that shit for a long time. Like I said, I love Code Geass. I'm waiting for the sequel, but I've said I don't want to, hold my breath.
The third season, right?
Because we've been getting hints. Oh, it's coming, this and that. But all we've been really getting, we talked about merch earlier. All we've been getting on the official Code Geass website is new merch. Oh, check out this new merch. Check out that new merch. It's like everyone's waiting for news about the sequel, and they're just peddling merch. So after a while, I kind of got sick of it. So now, unless I get confirmed news, I'm not getting excited. I'm not getting excited anymore.
Is it the third season that you're talking about?
It's supposed to be a sequel, third season. We don't know if it's a season, if it's an OVA, if it's a movie. We don't know anything. Just that it's a sequel. But I obviously hope it would be a full season. Mudan, do you like Code Geass?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I know. So it's like a classic, right? So I would definitely love to see a cool sequel, but they just keep like getting my hopes up and then breaking my heart. So I don't want to hold my breath, guys.
I thought the third season was coming out like they stated it, but apparently not.
They announced it at the end of in November of 2016. Right now it's February of 2018. We've had one trailer. That's it. We don't know if it's a movie. We don't know if it's a.
But have the movies, Animak, you said there's movies yet. Have they been released yet?
2 of the movies have been released, but the movies are just recaps of the show.
Oh.
So the movies have given us nothing in terms of what the sequel brings.
But probably gives me a chance to watch it. I still haven't watched Code Geass.
You can, yeah, but movies will never be as good as the show. Like every time I've seen a recap film of an anime, I was cringing because it's like so rushed and ridiculous.
Well, there is no like, there is no ending themes, there is no opening things, so like it's all in one go.
Well, yeah, but like I said, you'll miss out on a lot of things. Also, yeah, I'm like I said, I really want some freaking news on this. I don't like to be like, it reminds me of the Attack on Titan season 2. It's like, it's coming, guys. Oh no, it's not. It's coming, guys. Oh, maybe in another 6 months. For 4 years. Oh, that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare.
I wonder if that's how they're building hype.
But I would think that after 10 years, there's as much hype as you're gonna get, right? Because it's not a new show. It's a show with a fan base.
10 years? Is it that old?
Yeah, it finished airing in 2009.
Jesus.
Yep.
Okay. That
2009 for the first season, and then the second season got delayed about a few times.
I think Code Geass 2000 finished airing in 2009. Second season finished airing in 2009.
Yeah.
So his first season was like 2008.
I'm so hyped for DxD season 4. I can't wait. I don't know about you guys, but can't wait.
Fully Cooley season 2.
I'm also hoping, for the love of God, that they could potentially do a live action of High School DxD, a real life harem.
They have those. They're called JAV.
They're called what?
AV. Google it.
AV. Okay.
AV.
Wait.
He's doing this in real time.
Wait, AB. And?
Are you doing it?
Yes, I'm doing it. Tell me.
Okay, so if you go to JAV Japan or something.
JAV. Okay. And?
Now go to images.
What are you? Is this some sort of a prank?
Now I have to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Okay. It's just pictures of Japanese girls.
Why would you do this?
What the fuck? What are you trying to show me?
Why would you do that? It's just a bunch of porn.
JAV stands for Japanese Adult Video.
Oh.
Makes sense.
And that's what I'm saying. There is a High School DxD live action. It's called Japanese Adult Video.
Just sent us all
creative.
Very funny, Animak.
That's
Thank
so
you.
Creative.
I thought I would get you, Recon. I didn't know I would get the other 2 panelists.
I like typed in JV and just so random weird shit.
I guess when it comes to porn, you guys are like Jon Snow.
I just had no idea that there was actually a short word JAV. I had no idea.
Yeah, bro, you gotta get with the lingo.
Animak, you know too much, my boy. You know too much.
You can never know too much. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're trying to torrent stuff, like you gotta know the shorthand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Mudan.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm still watching the Java stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's busy right now, guys. He's busy. I made him Google it, and now he's distracted. But no, is there anything else we need to talk about Netflix before we call it a night? Other than
How was your Valentine's Day?
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Did you have a good time with your body pillow?
Me?
Yeah.
We actually don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Ah.
I don't either.
I had no idea.
where I like in Serbia, we didn't used to celebrate Valentine's Day. Like I think now they brought it there, kind of like a Western thing. But I never picked up on it myself because I don't know. I feel like every day should be Love Day.
Yeah. I agree. I don't celebrate it either. So I agree with you.
Yeah,
we have
good.
a Friends Day over here.
Damn.
Do you have it?
Two
Do you have
people
it
who
there?
don't.
Yeah, it's called Friends Day.
Oh, Friends Day.
Friends Day.
Okay, so
Friends Day.
Friends Day.
so in
Oh,
Estonia,
Friends Day.
it's a lot less pressure, guys. It's
Sounds
like
a lot better.
it's not.
The
It's
whole
not.
nation is friends
It's not
over
like you
here.
need a date. It's like, yeah, we're all friends. It's okay. Friend zone, no problem. Unknown Otaku says, instantly I knew it, but then again, I research a lot. So yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I have to research for my videos, guys. I have to research that stuff. It's not like because I want to or anything. Baka.
So what
But
did we? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
We gonna say something, Mudan?
Yeah. What did we agree on? Like, is Netflix good or bad?
Yeah, I
actually
think
good and bad.
takeaway, unless someone wants to add something, but I think the takeaway has been that it's good and bad. So there's a lot of good, a lot of potential. Obviously, they're going to be putting money into the anime industry. We've all heard how underpaid anime writers are, anime creators, manga creators. So if Netflix is going to be investing more money into the industry, that's definitely a good thing. And they have done some good things like Devilman Crybaby that I really enjoyed. So there's a lot of good. There's some stuff they still need to, in my opinion, clear up. So if you're going to own distribution rights to something like Seven Deadly Sins and it's airing in Japan and Crunchyroll can't own it because Netflix owns it, then Netflix should simulcast it like it already does with other anime like Violet Evergarden. If they don't want to own it, cool, give it to Crunchyroll, they'll simulcast it. If you want to own it, simulcast it, that's all I ask. And I feel like that, and label it properly. And I feel like that will encourage more people to get memberships because, like I said, Seven Deadly Sins is very popular in the West. I can just tell you from knowing my personal life, my friends who see it. I know YouTube, how it works, right? So it's definitely one of those anime where someone's like, oh, where can I watch this? And they see it on Netflix. They're like, I'm going to renew my membership because I want to watch this. I really like this anime. So my view is definitely do the simulcast more. They already do it for some things. Do it more. Label stuff properly, hire someone who knows about anime at Netflix who can actually, make changes. Otherwise, there definitely a lot of good can be done and they're going on the right track. Anything else you guys want to add?
No.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, I feel this was good. I feel it was
Good.
really good.
And Unknown Otaku adds,
Stop donating!
hey man, if he wants to donate that crypto,
You're wasting your money, the unknown otaku.
why? I'm not worth his money.
He's not
What is he
unknown
gonna
anymore.
do?
He's
What is
not
he
the
gonna do
unknown
about his
anymore.
student loan?
He needs to change his name to the known.
No Otaku.
The known
Yeah.
otaku.
Netflix
You are
should
not unknown
simulcast hentai. That's interesting, dude, because what if Netflix decides to, we're just gonna have porn. Like we're gonna have like a thing where you have to log in and say you're over 18. Like if you're the owner of the account, you have log in, confirm you're over 18, and bam, you got porn now on Netflix. It sounds crazy, but that's a lot of money they could be making. Like
They're
porn
not
is a massive
stupid.
industry.
No, they know that kids nowadays know how to get around stuff like that. So they're going to keep it family friendly as much as they can to where still they're pushing the boundaries. You know what I mean? With shows like Orange is the New
but then
Black.
again, kids are getting it on the internet anyway, right? The only difference is they can't blame Netflix for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's liability, right? Get that simulcast hentai, bro. Well, if they get High School DxD, I feel like that's pretty much hentai anyway. So
Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. I mean, Orange is the
And he
New Black
donates
is
again.
basically a porn.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It's basically one long, dragged out lesbian porno.
Oh, yeah. To me, I heard it's about women in jail, and I'm like, I'm not really interested.
It's funny. You would actually, a lot of my guy friends actually got me into the show. Like, it's really funny and it's really
are you
good.
sure it's because it's funny or it's that other aspect you were just talking about?
Well, granted,
Strangely
only
enough, a lot
three
of
of the
my guy
women.
friends.
Only three of the women
really
are
into this
attractive.
show.
Only like
Really?
3 or 4 of the women on the show are really attractive, where you would want to see them sleep with each other. But the rest of the thing is just it's crazy. It's a really crazy freaking show.
Mm. Yeah, like I've considered watching it. I haven't really I don't feel super motivated, but maybe one day I will. Maybe.
Give me the first 3 episodes, and I bet you'll be dragged in.
Yeah, that happens to me. That happens to me. Before we go, again, Unknown Otaku donated $5 to say, guys, if we can't pirate anime, what about hentai? And yeah, I feel like hentai is harder to get by. A lot of the stuff doesn't even get released outside of Japan, so people, unless you get it, unless you buy it in Japan or something, you have to pirate it.
You can donate to
that's-
Hentai Heaven.
Hentai is topic for another After Dark Rant Cafe. But before we go, let's have all you fine people here on the panel say who you are and what you do on your channels, starting with the new guy, Mudan TV, and also tell us what Mudan means, Mudan.
It means absolutely nothing. And on my channel, I make I don't know, anime videos, anime related stuff. Sometimes I get another person in there, and we go on the streets and harass other people.
What?
Yeah, and definitely, guys, check this guy out. Like, I know I say check out Recon, but like this guy, definitely check this guy out, man.
Wait, are you telling them not to check me out?
No, I love you, but I really love Thomas.
Oh, so you love him more? Okay.
Like, I really love him. Like, I love you, but I really love him and his content.
Oh God! See, that was the thing right there. Is like, he likes you, but he likes him and his content.
Yeah, like I like you, Rika, but I'm not in love with you.
I'd rather you be in love with me.
Well, we'll work on it. We'll work on our
Love
relationship.
confession right here on Rant Cafe, guys.
Live love confession.
I wonder if Thomas is like, what the fuck is this? What have I gotten myself into?
I feel like it's a day too late. Like Valentine's Day was yesterday or something. So
Welcome to Butt Love Cafe. How may I assist you?
with Nawagata as the narrator with her voice acting skills.
Yeah, there you go.
Nawa, who are you and what do you do?
I am Nawagata. I do weird, crazy anime news videos, and soon, finally, I know I've been saying for months, but soon we are going into animation realm world.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a long time. I'm really curious to see what you have in store. So I'm definitely checking that out. Link to Nawa in the description. And a big fan of Darling in the Franxx, so huge bonus.
Yes.
Even though she's from Ohio, huge bonus.
Stop. No, I'm not. I'm not nowhere near around the Paulers or Markiplier.
But I'm from Ohio, white boy.
No.
You'll never live that down. I'm from Ohio, white boy.
No.
And we have Anime Recon.
What's up, my boys? It's your boy Recon, known as the SAO/DXD fanboy, and the person who has the most shittiest, anime tastes. That's what everybody says in the chat. So yeah, I make them quality top 10 lists to recommend you guys anime to watch, whether you like it or not. You gotta deal with it. Yeah,
Caster for Life's like, who's Miyazaki? Thank you very much.
Still going on. That meme is still going on. I like it.
Always. Thank you very much, Recon No Pico. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you wanna, we're planning a party. Thank you again for 100,000 subscribers. Insane. And we're planning a party for that this Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Discord and Twitch. So you can find our Discord and Twitch in the description. Everyone here, as I said, their links are in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone on the panel, Mudan, his first time here, Nawa, and Recon, and everyone in the chat who came here and showed their support and donated a bunch of crypto money, like the Unknown Otaku. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. And until next time, Recon, don't do it. See ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.
Bang.